Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the thumbnail, this is a where have I been video. And let me tell you, it's been a minute. I apologize for that. I had some health issues. Let me just talk about the health issues first. Let's talk about one day I was feeling really good, had a great day. And by later that evening, I would say around 11 p.m., I felt a little woozy, so I thought, you know what? Let me just go to bed. I'm tired. Let me go to bed. I stood up, and the room was spinning. Everything was spinning, and I knew immediately this must be vertigo. Now, I say that because I have never had vertigo, ever. I've heard about it. You may have even seen a movie, an old movie. I don't even know what year that movie was made. I want to say Marilyn Monroe played in this movie. I'm not really sure. It was before my time, really. But I've heard about vertigo from other people, never experienced it a day in my life. But immediately I knew this had to be vertigo. The room was spinning. I looked down and it felt like the floor was moving up and down. I had to call for help to actually get to the bedroom. And I thought, okay, when I wake up in the morning, everything will be back to normal. It was not. It was not. It was an ordeal. Without getting too graphic, let me just tell you, I was in the bed with a trash can the remainder of the next day, the whole day. I did get in touch with my doctor. I went in the next day because they said I had to be seen. I needed to be seen. And basically she said it could last. My doctor's a female. And she says that, shout out to Dr. Jocko. She said that it could last up to 2 weeks. It's fairly common among women over 50. Shout out to 50, right? To the 50-year-old and plus, right? And common, I don't want to say common to who, but she said the first day is usually the worst day, so you made it through the worst. And I'm gonna tell you, it was a scary experience, but I just took that time to let my body heal, and it did take the entire 2 weeks. Let me just say, I wasn't dizzy out of my mind the entire time. But there were often times when I needed to definitely wear my glasses. I do have some prescription glasses. I just don't have to wear them all the time. I did have to wear those glasses because I felt more stable with those glasses on, because of course it messes with your vision. As I was coming out of the vertigo, then all of a sudden I had a flare up of arthritis in my ankle. That had me down for a few days. It subsided, and then I caught a cold, I tell you. And it was not so nice. So I just wanted to get myself together. And then I just got, it's a very busy time. Now, in the meantime, let me tell you, I had a birthday last month. On February 28th, I was in the bed sick for my birthday, okay? So I haven't celebrated at all. I haven't had a chance to celebrate. I wanted to be 100%. And then there were other things that came up, other people's birthdays and different events. So I'll get around to celebrating my birthday. Now, in the meantime, just a couple of days ago, I wound up back at the doctor's office for my regular annual physical. Let me say this, all of the things were good. The blood pressure is excellent. The breath, oxygen, everything is good. So shout out to me for keeping everything in, doing the work. We do the work. We got to celebrate doing the work. And I thank you for being along the journey with me. I'm going to give an update on the weight next week after I speak with my nutritionist. I'm going to give you all the stats on that. Also, I had to go to a lab for blood work. So we can just get all of that, see what the A1C is and all of those things. And I'll give you an update on those things next week. In the meantime, I'm going to titrate up, not this week, the following week, next week. I'm going to titrate up from 10 milligrams to 12.5. So here's what we're going to do. And I'm going to take you along with me. I'm going to do a video prior to that because I'm going to do a 90-day challenge. A 90-day challenge. It's a health challenge, of course. So I'm going to put it all together. I'm going to make a video about it. So if anybody wants to go along with me, challenges are good. And if you can't do 90 days, you can do 30 days. I have the breakdown for all of that posted in the next video, and I'll break it all down, what we're doing. And you can make modifications along that plan as needed. But I'm gonna do that, and I want you to come along, and we're gonna document the progress all the way. All right. So that's in the next video. Next thing, what else has been happening at the radio station? For those of you who don't know, I record a global radio podcast once a week, but it's on 7 days a week. And I've never posted the link to where you can catch that radio show, actually. You know what? But my list needs to be updated because since the last time we spoke, the radio can now be heard in Paris and Russia. Very global, right? And that's on the independent level, meaning they contacted the radio podcast directly. Now, you can already hear us in Nigeria, Switzerland, Brazil, and other countries, and all over the United States, several places, sometimes more than once a day. And it's internet radio, not to be confused with satellite radio. You can't go in your car and have Sirius and turn on and find the radio station. You have to have internet radio so you can connect to your phone. And if your phone connects to the car, then so be it. Or at home, at the barbecue, the weather is nice. At your family gatherings, however. But I must warn you, what kind of music do we play? We play bass music, funk music, R&B, trail ride, and we do Southern soul. So a little mix of everything, but I promise you, if you turn this show on and you like this type of music, you won't have to change the station. We get that all the time, and we do a lot of talking, interviews, and so on, a lot of bantering, but it's informative as well. We get lots of great feedback. Everybody loves the show, and if you don't want to wait for me to get an updated list, I'll tell you, you can look us up on the internet and find the station and time that works for you. And the name of the show is the After Set Radio Show. Again, the After Set Radio Show. In fact, we're up for two local awards here. We're based in Atlanta, Georgia. And so we are up for 2 local awards. And we'll find out about that next month. In April. Yes, absolutely. In a few weeks. And I'll take you along when I go to the award show. You can see how things are done locally. It's going to be like a behind the scenes, not like that stuff you watch on TV and everything is all choreographed and scripted. It's going to be off script. But do check the show out whenever you get a chance. You can find us on Facebook at the After Set Radio Show on Facebook and all social media. Just check it out and see. But and then you can and on the Facebook it lists I don't know if the list is updated, but there's quite a few listings for how you can find us on the internet. I really implore you to do that. I welcome you to join me on the After Set. And what do? I'm a female VJ on there, so I have a lot of fun. I'm the only female. I'm part of an ensemble, much like some other shows you may have seen on radio podcast shows. But everybody loves the show, so I welcome you to meet me on the After Set, as well as the internet YouTube show. Okay? All right, so what else has been going on? The family is good. Now, I must say, I don't know if I told you that my son was in college, right? He is home for this semester. I'm not sure when he's going back. If he's going back in August in the fall, or if he's going to wait until next year in January. But he will be going back and finish up that degree. Okay? My daughter, and I don't know if I told you this. My daughter, I do have a daughter, and she has a set of twins. Do I talk about my twin granddaughters? Well, they are moving soon to Vietnam. That's going to be a adventure for them. And I'll talk more about that as we get closer to that date. All right. So that's been going on. So we talked about my health. We talked about plans for fitness for the. Oh, one thing I didn't tell you while I was sick. So somebody might have this as a question. So were you able to exercise while you were under the weather? And the answer to that is no. But as soon as I could, I got back into it, and I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to keep it up. It's fine to be a little slow, but I jumped right back into it, including walking up and down that flight of stairs 5 times. It was just a little bit of a tinge harder, right? But I think that because I was doing all of the exercise and weight training, light weight training, for those of you who are new, because I was doing that prior to the vertigo, it is the thing that kept me from passing out, because the first thing the doctor asked is, did you pass out? And I did not. So another reason to work on your health and energy and things, so that when unexpected things come up, it's a plus. It's a plus in your recovery, because you are already on track to getting things in order. So if you haven't started, you can start I'll tell you right now, I'll do 15 minutes on my exercise bike here at the house. Then I have 5-pound weights, and I walk around a portion of my, I live in an apartment, a portion of the neighborhood, a portion of the building. It started out, I think 3, then I added to 4, made it 4 laps, and it's going to be increased. I'm just going to give you the numbers as they are now, because they will be increasing for the challenge, for the fitness challenge, the health challenge, that the 90 days. Okay. Once I do that, I go up a flight of 22 stairs, and this is outside. I don't have any stairs in my home. And I do that up and down 5 times. And then I'll come inside and I'll do, what do they call those? They're not ankle lifts, shin lifts, but they work on your calf muscles, or calf lifts. I'll do 50 of those, and I'll do half lunges. When I say half lunges, 40 half lunges, meaning I don't go all the way down to the ground, because, honey, please, my knees, are you kidding me? But half lunge, holding the weights, okay? Holding the weights. And then I'll put the weights down, and for my cool down, it's a stretch. I'll stretch my inner thighs and so on. And there's no time limit on that. It's just how long it takes me to do it. All right. So these things are going to increase, and I'll tell you how so when I explain the 90-day challenge. But I want to encourage you to do what you can do. In the challenge, whatever I'm doing is just a suggestion for you, and something to motivate you to get started. But you can always modify it. Some people may not want to do all the things I do. They may want to walk. Hey, it's getting warm outside. It's 85 degrees in Georgia today. I might include, just instead of walking around the building with the weights, or maybe I'll keep that and still take a longer walk, because what we want to do is at least work out for 30 minutes. And I'm doing that, and I get a little sweat, but I also feel like I've been doing well, and I want to increase it. I know you've probably heard this before, but adding the strength training to your workout, even just a little bit. I'm telling you, I got 5 pounds. I might move up to 10. I'm thinking about it. Okay. Just a little bit makes massive changes quickly. Okay. You know how we want things very quickly. We want to see that scale moving. Weight training, strength training will do that. And you don't have to work out like you're trying to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to do that. A little bit goes quite a long way, and it helps you feel so much better. I'm telling you, I just felt so good. I felt the blood flowing through the body. I felt my energy increasing, and agility. Agility is important. Now, the knees, I have not seen no improvement in the knees as of yet. Okay. And maybe that's just a thing, and maybe it's coming. I don't know. But I keep going. I keep going. I don't let it be an obstacle, a humongous obstacle. Now, if your knees hurting and you got to stop, you got to stop. If your knees hurt and you can't walk a long way, don't. I find that I'm able to stand without that tingling in my thighs and tingling that leads to the numbness. I can stand longer than I used to stand. That is an improvement. The scale, I'll tell you one thing that definitely is an update, the inches. Inches. Let me say this. If you're not losing weight, you could be losing inches. I know I've said this before, but if you're new here, I want to repeat. It's worth repeating. Inches can sometimes be more important than the weight, because the scale will stop, but the inches will keep going, and your clothes will fit better and you feel better. So some people take pictures of themselves every week. I'm going to just tell you, I don't. But I do know that my clothes start to feel like they hanging off of me, like they hang on a clothes hanger. I'm the clothes hanger and they're hanging off of me. But I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of money on clothing when I know I'm still losing. I feel like that's just throwing money down the drain. I will need to buy things, but I'm not going to invest a whole bunch of money into that. It's going to be some meal prep involved in this fitness challenge. But again, everything is going to be something that you can modify to fit your lifestyle. I'm going to make this as easy as possible on me, because I do have a family. My husband works every day and he wouldn't come home and eat hot food every day. Girl, who is tired? It's me. It's me. But, there are other challenges for everybody. And we got to figure this thing out, because I say this all the time. I want to win. I want to win. All right. So that's all for now. I just want to tell you I'm back and explain where I have been. And I want you to get ready. And the next time you see a video, I don't want to say it's the next time, because I don't know what the next video is going to be. But you're going to start seeing a lot of videos coming out. So I don't know which one is going to be details about the challenge, or if I'm going to put a few more out before that. But please understand that we are going to start a 90-day challenge, and it may be a 30-day for you. It might be a 10-day for you, or maybe even a 5-day challenge for you. But let's do it together. And next week, I'm going to take you along as I go to a banana pudding contest. One of my very, very good friends from childhood, we're still friends. He has entered a banana pudding contest. I've never tasted his banana pudding, but I'm going to tell you, I have heard about it and it is legendary. So I've never been to a food challenge before. And so I think this would be something fun to do. And I'm going to take you along with me. So until the next time, hey, enjoy life. Seek joy. And if you seek joy, you will surely find it. Bye for now.